Alright, what's up YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys with my next archetype video. Oh, actually, the last of the archetypes for Secret Slayers. We are introduced to the the Snowflower archetype, which is pretty much an amalgamation of plant type monsters with very ice like aesthetics to them. Also, in a very wedding dress esque look. It's very beautiful artwork coming from these ladies. And hopefully, these ladies do have some, at least strong support for themselves when it comes to plants because plants are a really good type pretty much since the rise of gigabytes, and it's nice to see some plant support being introduced nowadays because plants have a greater range. I honestly think sylphins were a really good archetype that did plants well. So we're gonna actually take a look at the snowflower archetype. And we're going to start off with Snowflower Petal. So she's a level 1 water attribute plant type monster with 0 attack and defense. You only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. During your main phase, you can take one Snowflower monster from your deck except for Snowflower Petal, either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Also, you can't set summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for plants. Then, during the end phase of the turn, if you control no monsters, all monsters you control are plant, you can set summon this card from your graveyard. So she's pretty much just an easy float in a discard. For the most part, it looks like most of these monsters will probably have this whole. You can search for a snowflower monster and either add it to your hand or send it to your graveyard. So it gives them the flexibility of adding themselves to the hand or sending themselves to the grave. Next up is Snowflower Spirit Prim. She's also a water attribute plant type monster. She's level 4 with 800 attack, 1800 defense. And her effects reads: if a monster you control is treated, you can summon this card from your hand and face in defense position. You can target up to 2 plant monsters you control and increase their levels by 2 until the end of the turn, which is not bad. And you use each of her effects once per turn each. Next one up is Snowflower Spirit Kaikan. I'm sorry. Yes, Kaiklan. She is a level 4 water attribute plant type monster with 1800 attack, 800 defense. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each. You contribute this card, then target up. Choose this card from your hand or field, then target the 2 plant type monsters you control, decrease their level by 2 until the end phase of the turn. During the end phase of the turn, if this card is in graveyard because it was tributed in there this turn, you can special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. Next up is Sunflower Spirit uh, Pony. She's a level 6 water attribute plant type monster, 1000 attacks, 2400 defense. You can use you only use each effect of this monster's name once per turn each. You can tribute one plant type monster, so summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal or special summoned by the effects of a plant type monster, you can add one snowflower solar trap card from your deck to your hand. So not too bad there. Then we have Snowflower Spirit Erica. This is a level 6 plant type monster with 2400 attack, 1000 defense. You can use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card declares an attack involving one of your if an attack is declared involving another of your plant type monsters, you can tribute this card from your hand or field. The end of battling monster gains 1000 attack and defense until the end of the turn. If a plant type monster you control is tributed while this card is in your graveyard, you can summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. Then we have the level 8 Sunflower Spirit Snowdrop. Water attribute plant type monster, 1200 attack, 2600 defense. And use the raise second effect of this card's name once per turn each. You can tribute one plant type monster, so summon this card from your hand. So summon this card and one other plant monster from your hand, but you cannot summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for plants. You can tribute. You target one plant monster you control. The level of all plant type monsters you control becomes the level of that card until the end of the turn. Then we have the last of the monsters, I believe, last of main deck monsters. This is Sunflower Spirit, Heliboris, or Heliaboris, Heliaboris. She's a level 8 plant type monster water attribute with 2600 attack, 1200 defense, and each the first and second effect of this card's name was per turn each. Your opponent activates a monster effect that targets a monster or monsters you control. You can, and if you control a Snowflower monster, quick effect, you contribute this card from your hand or field, negate that effect. If this card is in your graveyard, you contribute one plant type monster and summon this card in defense position, but banish it when it leaves the field. And then, of course, we have their ace monster, of course, the cover of the cover monster. This, if you haven't seen that video, actually, I'll leave a link to you. But that is Teardrop. She's the level 8 um, monster. Actually, oops, I didn't mean to use that. Go back one. Okay, because actually, we'll take a look at Teardrop since she is here. Uh, can we take a look at Teardrop? Okay, there we go. So yes, this is Teardrop. This is Snow Saint Teardrop. She's a rank 8 water attribute plant type monster. Exceed 2800 attack, 2800 defense. These two level 8 monsters, you know, use the first effect of this card's name was per turn each. Sorry about the ad. Because I forget that does happen sometimes. Okay, her effect is you can detach one material from this card and target one monster on the field. Tribute it. If this card is this effect is a quick effect, and if the monster's material is a plant, then each time a monster is tributed, this card gains 200 attack until the end phase of the turn. So it's a pretty decent effect. So let's go on to the spells. We do have Snowflower Saint Teardrop. Normal spell. Activate. You only activate one card with this card's name effect once per turn. You can also activate this card by tributing a plant type monster. Add one Snowflower monster from your hand or from your deck to your hand. Then, if you activate this card by tributing a monster, add one plant type monster from your deck to your hand with a different name than the first monster, but with the same original level, which does help because most of these monsters have corresponding attack, defense, and levels. Then we have the corresponding levels, but different attack and defense. Then we have Swirling Snowflower. Continue to spell. You only activate the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If a Sunflower monster you control is tributed, you can make your opponent tribute one monster they control their choice. Uh, Once per turn during your opponent's end phase, if you control a face up non-plant monster, destroy this card. Then we have the trap card, Silent Snowflower. You only activate one card with this card's name effect once per turn. You can also activate this card by tributing one plant type monster. Special summon one Snowflower monster from your graveyard in defense position. Then, if you tributed a monster to activate this card's effect, special summon one plant monster from your graveyard in defense position. Then we have the next trap card, and that is Sunflower Heat. You activate one of this card's name per turn, and you activate this card's effect by tributing one plant type monster. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and its effects cannot be activated on the field for the rest of the turn. If you tributed a plant type monster to activate this card's effect, take control of that monster until the end phase of the turn. And if you do, it becomes a plant type monster. So some reprints they have in here, of course. Ooh, the beautiful Titanial Princess of Camellias. So obviously it is a heavy plant attributed deck, which surprisingly enough is water based. It has at least some decent synergy with some water cards. This is honestly, it's not bad. Um, it does focus heavily on tributes. It does focus on level control and plant type monsters. I think honestly this is going to be a very fun type of deck to see. As far as it being competitive, it probably would work out well enough, but it's so it just doesn't. It just I don't know. It's something about it just doesn't hold up for me. Maybe I think it's just a lot of the tributing. Um, like I hope this deck does well because honestly, after the last couple of 3-in-1 archetypes in sets, the only ones to really rise to the occasion, if you look at it, has been Witchcraft witchcraft and Infernatrack, which uh, then you have Dragon Maid, which did pretty well. I think that's really about it. I mean, we can go back all the way to the first of the 3-in-1 sets and take a look at those three decks. And what was it? That was Yosenju, Ritual Beast, and Necroft. And we seen how well all three of those did. I think that at that point, Konami was probably like, we gotta water a lot of these down. But I honestly think that that could also be the downfall of this because it's not a bad archetype. It's a lot of tributing. Maybe I don't know. Like if you combine it with a couple of good like plant monsters, maybe this will work out. And also the fact that Dandelion is banned, so this kind of hurts this archetype even more. But let me know. I don't know, guys. What do you think about this? Because I'm not feeling it, but I like what it looks like. I think that's the thing. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course hit up the Instagram um, and Twitter and stuff, because that's where I'll be posting some more information about these. So thanks everybody, and I'll catch you guys next time. HCJ signing out. Take care.